Wow. Whoa. Whoa. Am I in a dream right now? Am I hosting the podcast? This has to be a dream. This has to be a dream. This doesn't happen. Who else is here right now?
I'm Grayson, and you're 30 minutes late for your class.
I'm Brady, and you are sinking in quicksand.
I'm your dad, and I'm a peanut. Give me a hug.
No! No!
And oh my gosh, all your hair is falling out.
Not the hair. Oh no! I need to wake up. I need to wake up.
I love you. Bye.
Well, hopping into it, I suppose. Question number 1 for everyone. Are you a dreamer? Would you consider yourself a dreamer? And I mean that both figuratively and literally. So, do you actually dream at night? And if you do, how often, how vivid, all of that fun stuff? And also, figuratively, I mean, in general in life, like, do you have aspirations and yeah. All that stuff.
Were you about to say, be honest, were you about to say literally?
You know how words come out of my mouth sometimes.
I was wondering, because you fixed it. I could see it.
I'm nervous because I'm on the podcast hosting it, so I'm just scared.
Oh, no reason.
Actually,
But-
literally, it works. You get both of them.
Thank
Literally.
you. See, like I said, you know how words come out of my mouth, and I make up a lot of them, but you know what they
work.
mean, and they
do,
work.
do work.
Anyways, so
Know what she means now.
that's the
She says.
question. You don't consider yourself a dreamer?
No, I don't dream a lot.
At
I mean,
night?
Also, yeah, at night. I think a lot of people, they say they dream, but they can't remember the dreams. I think the number of times I wake up and go, man, I had a dream, but I can't remember it, it's few and far between. It happens, but it doesn't happen very often that I know. Or I may have immediate amnesia when I wake up, and so I can't remember. But the ones I do have that are vivid, I mean, I can hang on to those for a day, you know. And then just in life in general, I guess I have aspirations, but I don't know if they're dreams, you know, like I really want this to happen in my life. Maybe when I was younger, I might have had more, but now it's kind of like, this is a goal I have. To me, a dream is almost more ethereal, and it's like, man, if I can reach this dream, I have it all figured out. You know, this is because you dream big, right? I don't think people dream little.
True.
Maybe they dream little,
mean,
you know.
Depends on what your dreams are. I
True.
feel like some people's what little means to somebody might mean
Absolutely.
big to other people. You know.
So I'm ringing it with no.
Do you sleep
Okay.
long enough to dream?
That might be the problem.
Yeah.
Not
that might
actually
be the problem.
achieving REM
Yeah.
sleep
Yeah,
at any
that's-
point. Yeah.
There is that.
I see.
Yeah, hopping on the lack of sleep one, I'm going to say physically not much anymore because I've been waking up once or twice in the night with the boy. And like it's not really long enough to kind of get up and going on my sleep cycle. So not much recently. I used to be a lot better at it. In nights where I do get full 8 hours of sleep, which has happened like once or twice, which is pretty darn cool. I've dreamt during those.
Nice.
Nothing vivid. All my dreams have became boring now because I don't know. Like it used to be so fun and vivid, and they'd be like me exploring vast wildernesses of things I never really knew, and now it's just me going through normal day life, except for I'm
You're at the store
happier for
buying
some reason.
socks or something.
Yeah, it's exactly it. It's very, very mundane now.
But
And
you're
they'll be
doing it better.
But I'm doing it like for some reason a lot
efficient.
less stressed.
To ask a sub question, why do you think that is?
I don't know. My subconscious is probably like, these are the things you should have done today, Brady. How could you accomplish these goals?
Guilt is a great dream motivator.
I'm definitely sure it's something suppressed in my subconscious trying to come out and be like, you need to do this. And so that's my guess. I'm not for sure, though.
But what about during the day?
During the day, I have been doing a lot more daydreaming, and that is necessarily not the greatest thing because I've done it twice while driving. That is
Whoopsie.
not the best thing to do.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Depends on how far into it you are.
Yeah, one time I will say I was coming up on a red light really fast. It was like not the greatest thing, as I did catch myself.
Is that a mix of sleep deprivation and daydreaming?
Absolutely it is.
Yeah.
It absolutely is. But like I let my mind wander off to where it should have been on the road. I haven't done it since. That's good. Real life, I am an actual dreamer. I think that I've got a lot of goals that do fit the outside the realm of aspiration, like they are a lot larger. And right now, they seem like a dream. The good thing is I've got time to put them into true life aspirations, into actual goals, into reality. So yeah, I've got dreams.
Nice. Nice.
Wow.
I think that's good.
My answer is almost the complete opposite of Brady's. It's like
Wow.
I've only started dreaming. Well, I've like dreamt in my life before, but like the last month, I've been getting like every night, like vivid, crazy dreams. Like to the point where you wake up and you're like, oh! okay. Did I jump off a building at any point in the last 8 hours? Like you have to check to make sure reality still exists the same way when you wake up, because you're like, I've had such a skewed and crazy, like, I don't know, vivid dream where it feels like real and I'm feeling all these stuff. And then during the day, I used to be like a, not daydreamer, but like for my personal goals and stuff like that, I used to have like a lot. Like I would dream about doing everything. Like when I was a kid, when I was mowing the lawn especially, like it would be like fake scenarios in my head of all these things that could happen.
Yes.
And then recently I've been like, it'd be kind of cool to do this. And then I just have this like really bad self-talk right now where it's like, you can't do that, guy. You can't do that, you know, which I can get over. I think that's a thing to get over. And not all my dreams are unachievable like that. Some of them are. Like I think I do shoot too high sometimes on my dreams where I'm like, man, like this was like, imagine yesterday I was like, I think I'm going to make a run at the NBA, you know?
Hell yes. It's your
As a
time.
26-year-old.
That's a lofty
not
dream.
tall. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm tall, but like not compared to those guys, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. Like I'm the short guy.
So the
In
dreams
that
you
room.
had when you were mowing, would there be like your dream? I'm a secret agent. Those kind
Yes.
Of,
It would be like I am a secret agent, and it is specifically Maxwell Smart from Get Smart. So there's a lot of wacky hijinks.
Why would you get your shoe phone all grassy? That's
I
my
know,
question.
yeah, I learned that lesson after a while. A couple drop calls, you know. No, yeah, I would like sit there and like I would picture a building, and I'd picture myself doing spy stuff in that building. Or like a big one in Omaha is like the College World Series is a big thing. So like you picture yourself playing there.
Yeah.
Or like I like vividly like mowing the lawn, probably in a serpentine kind of looking thing while I'm trying to dream. But yeah, I've recently kind of turned myself off of. Can you guys? Are we doing Get Smart right now?
No, it's Mission Impossible, right? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. No, I've turned myself off of having like too big of dreams. And I think it's not a good thing, but like I have them and then I shut myself down immediately. Which
Like you're your lane, I guess, right? Is that what
maybe
you're
I think
saying?
I think I'm narrowing my own lane too much though.
I thought you said you
Say
know
that
you're
could be,
lame.
That's what I'm saying.
I was like, oh, Cam, that's a little rude this early into the
Jeez.
fight.
No, it's all right.
Coming out swinging. Look out.
We got him pretty bad on the parenting episode last week. So
That's true.
He has a couple shots.
Sounds like you're
no.
a bit of a realist in some ways, but
I think I'm like maybe I'm a pessimist now, like more than I was. Well, like you say, like I mean, I'm staying in my lane, but like I'm narrowing my own lane in my head where I don't need to yet.
yeah.
You know,
Keep it open.
I will. Yeah, thanks. I'll
Life is a
try.
highway.
Come on, you idiot. Just keep it open.
I wish we could record.
Right.
Oh, no.
I think this is like the Oscars where I'm going to stop talking now. They tried playing me off with songs twice, so
No. All right, Cam.
I typically don't have dreams at night. I do have a couple really kick-ass ones that I remember. I know I probably do dream. Again, going back to like an episode or two ago, I'm pretty sure Carla wakes me up before I can even get to dreaming, or I'm waking myself up before I can get to dreaming. So like that REM cycle doesn't quite happen all the time.
Don't you have that pinball dream?
Yeah, that's the best. That's the one.
okay.
I was the ball
in pinball.
in pinball. And I'm like bouncing around. And there was like a point where I was the ball with legs. I was kind of me, but I had legs and arms, like almost like Pac-Man.
Sick.
But I was rolling, but I also had legs and arms. And I was me.
I was thinking more of a peanut M&M.
Well, yeah, I was the yellow M&M. Okay, it was great.
How do you achieve such dreams?
I don't
I feel
know.
like I'm a few levels below you. Like I need more XP.
But my favorite
Pizza.
part was at one point I like just like I planted a foot and I jumped. And I went soaring. Like I was running through the air, like, oh no. It was over.
Did you hit the glass on top of the machine?
It didn't. Like, apparently the glass was gone. I kept going. I went up and I jumped and I kept running and jumping. And I was like, this is amazing. Like I felt that feeling in your stomach that when you're like falling, you know,
Yeah.
on a amusement park ride or something. I had that feeling. I'm like, this is so fucking cool. Oh my God. That's why it stuck with me. I was like, this is amazing. I wish I could have this all the time. But that was like the most memorable dream I've ever had. Everything else is like, oh no, I'm a spy for a second. And like the plane's going down, or I'm like, oh no, I got to get out of this. and then like the lasers go off or something, whatever it is. Like it's like 12 seconds of a dream. Like, oh, I didn't die, obviously, because I'm still here. But
if you die in your dreams, you die in real life.
I thought that was the deal.
It might be.
We'll never know.
Do you daydream?
Yeah, I space off. I guess I'll call it spacing off. I take a moment to space off every once in a while just to, clear my head, reset. You know, if the day is a little bit too stressful, it's like, all right, let's just, make my computer go to sleep. We'll just zen it out a little bit, just kind of chill, and then get back to it. But like just that clarity moment where you gotta shut some stuff off and just take a step back and then come back to it. I do that frequently. But like in general dreams, I have like dreams and aspirations for sure. I think everybody does. But in the dreaming world, sleeping, no. Daydreaming, yes. Dreams and aspirations, yes, as well.
Nice.
Do you ever have those where you like wake up in the middle of the dream and then you go back to sleep and the dream continues?
Sometimes I wake up and I like try and go back to sleep to be like, oh, I want to keep going in the dream, and hope that it continues on.
And
It
then
only
you can't?
works sometimes, but it has worked before for me. Yeah.
You ever do those ones where you're like getting up for work and you go take a shower and you get dressed and you're ready and then all of a sudden you wake up in your bed? You're like, oh, I was so ready to go to work and now I'm going to do it all over again? Man, that's a
Those are two very different levels of dreams.
They
From
are.
pinball to getting ready for work.
welcome to my brain, man.
I literally did this. Sherry was about 3 months ago. I got dressed, complete, suited up, walked around to her side of the bed, and was like, "I'm gonna give her a kiss goodbye." And I had knee surgery. I mean, I was off. I was off for a month. And it was like middle of it. It was like, what are you doing?
Real life.
Going to work. You can't even walk. But yeah, that was exactly what you're talking about.
Wow. What about you, Hope?
Yeah.
I would say yes to both. I would definitely say I dream figuratively in life. I tend to be an optimistic person, even though sometimes on a day-to-day, I feel like pessimism kind of takes over a little bit. But I do feel like I dream of a better life, a better world, a better reality. All of these things.
Sound like an Oliver Twist voice.
I know. I was like,
Stop
I
playing
feel like
people
I'm going to start singing.
Sing it. It was like giving America the
It's
Beautiful.
background music.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I do have hope. I know.
Does that ever get old?
It's gotten old probably 23 years ago. I'm 24 for reference, but
Your mom and I disagree.
if somebody can be extra creative about it, then I appreciate a good name pun. But anyways, I have hope that, there are
Stupid brothers.
stupid brothers.
Your name is positive. Mine's a felony.
That is true.
I mean, sometimes it's a gray area.
Someone do Brady. Go.
The Brady Bunch.
Bunch.
Oh, good enough.
I can't do Kahm.
Sure you can.
Did that stick? Oh, there it is.
But Kahm, you really? I don't know.
All right, if you haven't left yet.
And then I guess, literally, I dream a lot. Like during my sleep, not during my sleep. I have a very active imagination. I always have since I was a kid. And it does not stop when I close my eyes. I don't remember them a whole lot, but I have noticed at least very similar, or recently, I've noticed a lot of similarities in my dreams. I feel like I'm in the same place. Like I notice the same kind of like landmarks and stuff like that. Different scenarios that are happening, different people involved, but I'm in the same place.
That's
in a lot of-
interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Look into that.
I know, and that's why I wanted to do a podcast about dreams because it freaks me out.
Oh.
They've been freaking me out.
We can't help you. We don't know,
I know,
anything.
but I think talking about it,
put you
talking
deeper
about
in
it
the hole.
helps. If people have similar,
True.
experiences.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I get you.
But yeah, that's me.
Okay.
I guess my next question is, do you believe that dreams have hidden meanings, or are they just random spurts of brain activity? Or like
I
same
think-
with nightmares. Are nightmares like
I think they're caused
random,
by
or-
something. So like I remember sometimes in my life where I was like at the most stressed, I'd have the worst dreams, and they would always feel real. Like it'd be like wake up sweating, kind of crazy. But I always knew like it was during the stress time. So usually after the dream where I'm like, man, I must be stressed out about this. Cause like sometimes it's like very hyper specific where it's like the specific people in my life or situation in my life that's stressing me out all goes the worst way possible or something like that, you know, which kind of helps me, honestly. Like I wish I would, like when I was stressing, I wish that would happen earlier because then I can be like, that's ridiculous. When I live through the dream, I'm like, that's absurd. Like that's not going to happen. But yeah, it takes me a couple days of being stressed to get to that point usually.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like trying to tell me what the future holds or anything like that, but I think there's a causation, at least for me.
Something to be said about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a subconscious element to it, something in real life influencing your dreams, because you can't really, like, you can create up a bunch of things, but if there's no influence of other methods, like if you didn't go to bed intoxicated or like Theraflu or something like those, like ones, like, you know, like sleep, well, I mean, that's
This
an
episode not sponsored by Theraflu.
No, I mean, but you know what I mean, like cough medicine or something like that whenever you get sick. Like sometimes you have super crazy dreams because there was something else in your system.
Benadryl.
Yeah, like the
Does that?
Benadryl dreams.
Yeah, the Benadryl is a big one. It's that's I think the most posts online are about her Benadryl and seeing your
The Hat Man.
The Hat Man, yes.
Yes. Oh my God. I was waiting. I was hoping somebody had heard of the Hat Man.
Yes, the Hat Man.
Yeah. A lot of people owe him money.
Yes.
It's a whole thing.
So for
Who's the Hat
clarification, the Hat Man is this amorphous figure that a lot of people, like similar people, see after taking Benadryl. So it's this shady figure that is always this negative and kind of emotion, like a sleep paralysis demon that shows up in people's when they're dreaming, and it's like been reported with multiple people.
That is
Sleep
weird.
paralysis
It's a big thing
demon.
online.
Yeah, it's that's the correct terminology. Basically,
yeah.
Have you ever had sleep paralysis?
Your eyes are
Just
open, but you can't move.
Yes, like
The
you're
dreams will
awake,
happen.
but
Most
you're
horrifying thing in
This
the
is like
world.
locked-in syndrome. Then
yes,
you can't.
It's exactly it. Like you wake up, your brain's like you're telling your body you need to move and you cannot, and then the Hat Man shows up and he ain't nice.
He ain't nice.
What's he do to you?
No, I mean, nothing. Just stands
Asks
there
for money.
menacingly. He asks for money. I need $5.
He just stands there. That's terrifying.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
like I think
There's a random guy standing in your room
That's true.
And you can't
if he was
move.
amorphous, yeah.
yeah,
and had a hat.
And,
It's a very key characteristic
he
of this
does
person.
have a hat.
Thing.
have
Yeah.
you ever,
Yeah.
have you ever
Batman.
seen this, Cam?
I have not, but I mean, I guess I have seen a character when I wake up. It's like, oh, Carla's scarves are on the back of the door. And it's like, what does that look like? There's a moonbeam coming in. Like,
I was about
there's,
to be very concerned.
there's somebody in there. And
you,
then,
I
and
wake
then
up,
I put
I
my
see-
glasses on. I'm like, oh, it's just Carla's scarves, which I knew the whole time, but I had that moment of like, I don't know. I better get
Doesn't.
One day it might not be.
the knife.
Yeah.
You know,
Straight to
That's true.
or the
That
bats or
day
whatever it is I have under my bed. You'll never know.
Come find out.
Get
the
some.
next question, actually.
What weapons in your bedroom?
They made a movie about it too, or a documented case of pure evil.
The Hat Man?
The Hat Man.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Interesting.
I didn't know
It's
that.
a documentary from 2019.
Yeah, how does it make you feel that an imaginary man that has a documentary and you don't?
I didn't feel any way about it until right now, man. Thanks.
I mean, I don't have one either.
So does like Slender Man.
You got a point.
Slenderman, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But he's real.
He's got a video game.
Wow.
That's where he's from, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the
Something like
question?
that.
I don't even have to answer. I
sorry.
already answered. Do dreams
It
have a
was,
cause?
yeah. Do they have
Yes.
meaning? Yeah, all that fun stuff. Or are they just random spurts of brain energy?
I think the
activity?
random spurts of brain energy, however, they are then in an arena of which you've had recent exposure. You know, so whatever, if it's a classroom, you have and then you're in school, and then you have just random things are firing, and then because you've been in class recently, that's where everything, all of a sudden, now my subconscious is going to create and form this into a classroom scenario. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know if there's something where in this situation where you would have these synapses happen, and then it would be something you've had no exposure to whatsoever. It's like all of a sudden, now I'm in a Tibetan village. You know, just like, okay, I've never been there, so I don't
I'm
know how
pretty
it
sure
goes.
that's impossible. Like you said, I
Need
think there's
to be-
something to that where your brain
Really?
has to have perceived something in order to recreate it.
Really?
And it might mash some things up, but like they say like this was maybe an internet fact, so I wouldn't say this is necessarily true.
Dang
It's just
it.
interesting.
Ooh, fake fact. Go ahead.
Yeah, they're like any
Yeah.
face you see in your dream, even if it seems random, is a face you've actually seen before, or it's a combination of two people's faces that your brain just mashed together or made an assumption of. Because like it makes sense. Your
It
brain
looks like
would-
an AI composite of somebody.
somebody.
Have
Yeah.
you seen those where it's like, oh, it's almost Kanye West, but like
Weird.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of it.
Yeah.
Like you can't just come up like you can't bring up a Tibetan village unless you've seen it in a movie or anything like that. But if you've never had an exposure to like a Tibetan village, you probably won't have a dream taking place there featuring it just because it's never been in your brain at all.
It seems kind of nuts. Like, how would Pablo Picasso paint anything he did then?
LSD.
That checks out. Never mind. I redact my
It was
statement.
the Hat Man.
That makes sense. We are. Yep. Everything makes
I
sense.
think his nose should go over here.
Yeah.
And that's $1 million. Anyway.
Okay.
So I used to have a basically it was a dream dictionary where you could look up like if you had a dream about pinball, you could look that up potentially if that was in the dictionary.
See what it meant?
And see what it meant. And there was it was a thick book. It was wild. But I checked some stuff out here and there, but it almost seemed like going to a palm reader. Where it's like, hey, it could mean this, it could mean that, it could mean these things. So it's like interpret it how you want anyway.
Whatever resonates with you.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
that.
Right. So like, I'm sure there is something subconscious that triggers a dream to be the way it is and how it functions, but I don't think it necessarily means anything outside of what you're thinking. You know what I mean? Like, oh no, all my teeth fell out. Like, oh, that means that you're going to lose all your money or whatever the meaning is. Like, oh,
Yeah.
that's weird. Like, I'm not going to lose all my money unless I'm making really bad choices. You know, like that's something that
Made your teeth fall
you
out.
can change in real life as opposed to in your dream. You know, it's like it's weird. I don't think there's much correlation. I'm sure there's a little bit in a subconscious level, but not fully.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, I
would
love
agree.
that. Can I also throw out another genius business idea that you gave me, Cam? Because
Yeah.
I like the dream book. The dream interpretation book, I think, is a $1 billion market. I think that all
It's
of
already
our
been done,
Yeah,
brother.
he just talked about it.
Yeah, he did. He did. But
He bought it like
check this
30
out.
years ago.
check this
Yeah,
out.
at a Goodwill.
Talk
Like,
about
somebody
the,
gave it away.
Well, yeah, apparently they weren't using it correctly. Because ours is going to be, it's going to be like, yes, so your dream was about you waking up in school with no pants on. And then what does it mean? It's going to mean put all your money on black. It's going to be all gambling tips. It's going to be your lucky numbers are.
Talking.
It's going to be everything. You're going to win the lottery. All it takes is one person to win
It's
the
the
lottery.
almanac from Back to the Future, but with dreams.
Bingo, bango.
Yeah. I'm in.
Ooh, that would make horoscopes better too, like in the paper. Mm-hmm. Like if you Leos bet on the
go
Lakers
on.
tonight.
Yes. I honestly do think that paper should also start making hardcore predictions on gambling too. That'd be very
Yeah,
cool.
held liable for them. That'd be cool too.
They got to do something.
Honestly.
Hit the gambling
Falling
market.
apart over there.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I would agree with Cam and say that I don't think there's like a meaning in terms of if something happens in your dream, then it means this deeper thing. But I do think they are influenced by your subconscious and the things that you've been exposed to recently, or not even recently, but things that you've been processing or have been sitting on in your brain for a long
Or even just
time.
random thoughts and ideas you've had that don't necessarily don't ever leave your brain.
Yeah,
Sauce
But
and
I feel
just
like
something that's still in sauce and toss. Yeah. Where's the
Always
sauce and
there.
toss dream?
Always.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just like a breeding ground for, I don't know, all of these things that live in your brain that you don't necessarily pay too much mind to and time to and attention to, but they'll find ways to show up in your
Seep
brain,
out
you
a
know
little bit,
what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Could it be somebody trying to
meaning, but
contact you, send you a message?
Maybe.
Put it on black.
I mean, there's a whole astral projecting.
You haven't been getting much sleep, have you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know where. If you've heard of astro projecting, that's a whole like you can. I don't know. Go into somebody. I don't know how it works, and I should do more research on it because I'm very intrigued. But I think you can get into some kind of mindset or some kind of mind space. You're supposed to be able to like project into like somebody else's dream?
Crystals. You need crystals.
Potentially.
That's the answer.
Potentially.
It is.
Yes.
That's
No, it
astral
is.
projection.
Yeah.
I know
That
this. You
helps,
need
yeah.
to organize your chakras through the crystals.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Talk to
There it
rocks,
is.
and then
Well, you just need to. You have the chi inside you. You just need to channel it through the rocks. Then
Don't
you can
you talk
astral
about my
project.
chi.
Hey, man,
leave my chi alone.
show me your crystals.
Yeah, it's not about an experience like based on your aura and your situation.
your energy and
Yeah.
all of that jazz. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There could be somebody out there astro projecting into your dreams, trying to say something to you.
Get out of my
I
head,
wouldn't be
man.
surprised.
Funny prank.
Astral projecting.
Dreams for weeks.
That should be our business. We should open a casino and then just astro project. Yeah, we're on a bet on black all the time.
Insane thing. That's amazing.
Perfect.
We're getting closer. We're getting closer
Going to the
$1 million.
Astro Lounge tonight.
Ooh, see, it's named.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Astro Lounge.
Astro Lounge.
Well, my next question.
Didn't really give you anything to build on there. Sorry.
I don't know how to transition here, but would you rather be able to remember all of your dreams vividly or never have nightmares again? Or dreams again?
Never. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, either remember all of them vividly or never have them at all.
Never dream again.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to take the vivid dreams. I'm definitely going to take the vivid dreams on that one.
Yeah.
It seems like so much more fun. I mean,
Right?
you have so much fun during the day. Why not have such as much fun during the night?
Do you think you're exhausted now?
Yeah, that's what someone who doesn't dream much. I've been tired this whole month, man.
But if you have dreams, it means you're at least hitting REM sleep, and REM sleep is a pretty good place to be. It's not deep sleep 1 or 2, but it's good.
So, yeah, do you feel like you don't have a good sleep when you have these vivid dreams?
No, you kind of wake up tired, you know? Like, especially if it's a very vivid one, you wake up, you're like, oh, I just
Wait,
lived a
what
whole,
happened?
yeah, I lived a whole
Yeah.
day at least.
Yeah.
Or like, I got up and got ready for work already, and now I got to do it again.
Yeah.
I was in this pinball machine.
Now I got
Wouldn't you
real
be
life.
super excited to go tell people, like, you have no idea what I did last night? And be like, stop
No.
telling us about your nighttime activities, Cam.
Can you imagine every single person doing that to you all the time? Like
That-
the main topic of conversation becomes what you dreamt about last night.
You got a point.
That's worse than the weather. Like,
Oh, reality TV would go out the window.
we wouldn't need all these
anymore.
women in it.
Yeah.
It would just be like TV station would just be like dream setting, so you put on at night.
The future's so awesome.
Yeah.
I think people would
That's the
actively
takeaway.
try not to dream then. I think if they did this, it would become so exhausted. You would have a whole some kind of sub business opportunity. We're going to try to tamp down
Like
your
blockers?
dreams. Yeah.
Yeah.
People are going to be like,
You can do that.
So then you could just then take it off and say, okay, I want to go crazy this weekend, but no, I got to go to work Monday, so let's not have the crazy dreams on Sunday night.
Dream benders.
Neural blockers.
That would be cool.
Take like a whole
Like a
weekend of sleep pills and then just dream.
Don't take a
Just
whole
go
weekend
Don't
of
do
sleep
this.
pills.
God, this is a hypothetical scenario.
It's like,
Jesus.
To answer my question, I feel like I'm the only one saying debatable stuff this season. I don't know.
Well, kill yourself.
We don't condone taking a handful of
I said
sleep
take a
pills,
dream
by the way.
bender.
no, you said take a whole weekend of pills.
That could be 4. I don't know.
Depends on how often you're supposed to take the
Depends
pills.
how tired you are.
It depends on body mass and all that. Yeah.
To clear my name,
Consult
not
a
really.
doctor before you do it. Let's just
There we go. Yeah.
and not Hat Man or whoever.
I don't want to remember my dreams. Oh, the Hat Man? Does that get you?
No, the taking all the pills is funny. We don't encourage doing drugs or drinking or
But
all that, but we'll mention it from time to time.
But if this specific scenario existed,
The moment you said dream blockers, take a handful of pills, never dream again.
look, yeah, come on, Charlie Sheen would do it. Like, you can't tell me he wouldn't do it.
he's got tiger blood.
Let's talk about the life advice you're taking from Charlie Sheen. I don't think it's a good idea.
Fantastic shirts, pulling shirts specifically. That's all I got.
One good idea.
I don't want to remember my dreams.
Probably
You'd
for
rather
good
never
reason.
drink
at
Most
this
of them are
point.
not that happy, so
Man
it's just
alive.
like I don't want to be tortured with it during the day. Like usually, it takes about 2 hours for me to forget.
But
My dream.
you would never be able to dream again. Was her scenario?
Yeah.
Never, ever.
Never.
Dream.
But you,
get much
would you have
blackness.
nightmares?
No,
You would
dreams
have
or
nightmares.
nightmares.
That's
are
true.
just
No
Nothing.
more
They're all gone.
nightmares.
Okay.
You just go to bed
like,
and then wake
here's
up.
What a funny
would you
caveat
rather
that
have
would be.
something not like you rather have like neutral dreams? Let's say neutral dreams 5 days of the week.
Go to
and
work
then you
dreams.
have just a neutral dream.
Yeah, that's a
like
neutral
nothing
dream.
bad or good.
Yeah.
Then one day of the week you have a nightmare, and one day of the week you have a good dream. Is that a good ratio for y'all to continue to want to dream? For me, that's a no.
I would say yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a
Now,
yeah.
now go back to like now you have like 3 not great dreams but not nightmares, 1 nightmare, and like 2 good dreams a week. Would you
Yes.
want to keep your dreams still?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm opposed to you on that. I would not want to remember those things. And right now, my dreams are more exhausting than they are exploratory or creative or exhilarating. So I'm just not going to take them anymore.
I get that. Yeah. It's a lot to process.
Sometimes, but that's my answer. That's all I got with you.
That's all right.
Yeah.
What about Cam?
Who's up? Yeah.
I would take all the dreams and nightmares all the time. I mean,
And the nightmares.
But
I mean,
you
yeah.
remember them all the time?
I'd have a great time. I'm sure there's some parts of my brain I don't use that often that would be kind of unlocked in that situation. But I mean, so in this scenario, like I get dreams and nightmares. There's not necessarily like a ratio. It just so happens to be upon my mood. Like if I'm happy, I go to bed, I have a dream. If I'm stressed and freaking out about something, I'm probably gonna have a nightmare because it's part of my brain, my thought process. Right? Is that kind of where we're at?
I bet people would take a lot better care of their sleep. Kind of on that same
That's
tone
kind of
that
where
you
I'm
said.
at. Like, I'd love to, maybe I'll take a shower before I go to bed, kind of relax, get into a mood, light some candles, burn some incense,
Read.
read,
Yeah.
turn off the blue lights, just kind of chill. And I'm sure that would be beneficial in the long run. So I'll take all the dreams and nightmares
And remember them always.
and remember them always. Yeah.
Me too.
Mostly because I don't have that option at this point. I don't have dreams and nightmares that I remember all the time. So I would love to have that extra little bit of life, I guess it would be, like the inside my brain life.
Experience.
Experience, yeah. So I would take dreams all the time.
Do you think people's egos would go up or down? Do you think like your opinion of yourself, because of all the things you've accomplished in your dreams, would go up?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
But it's
But
so
maybe that helps you succeed in regular life.
but
too.
everyone
Yeah,
else is the
true.
same way.
Right.
Where it's just now we got
Oh,
even
yeah.
worse case of what's going on right now. Just individualism. and
Or
stuff like
everybody's better. Maybe society's better.
that. Okay. Can you state a point or how you?
That
think
was my point.
Okay. Can you support it? With
Well,
an idea?
just because people think that or they act better in their dreams doesn't mean they're going to be egotistical and I'm better than you. And it may happen, and it very well could happen, being human nature. But maybe there's a point where everybody is like, I am so good in my dreams that I realize that I have to be a better person to everybody. That's what makes me so good. And so then all of a sudden I become a better person to everybody.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like that.
Okay.
That's my point and
The
stated.
optimism side. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Way to back it up, Rob.
Thank you.
Did you answer the question?
No.
Would you like to? Sorry, Hope.
Who's the host of this?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think I would take the dreams and then try to take some of Grayson's dream blockers when I needed to.
Yeah.
I was pro sleeping pills a second ago, and now I'm dream blockers.
Isn't that what you said? Take a weekend of dream
Yeah, take a weekend.
No,
Take
I
a
said
weekend of pills.
Of sleeping
benders.
pills.
Sleeping
So you
pills.
have a
Oh,
dream bender.
Benders, that's what it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Patent pending.
It is. It's a method. It's patentable.
Hop on the love sack for 2 days and just see it on Monday.
That's probably not my tagline, but
That sounds like the tagline for heroin.
No, that's not what it sounds like.
there's a lot of ways. Hop on the
Couch, I'll see ya.
I don't
Heroin's
think,
not where I went.
yeah, I don't think that's
Hop
love
on my
sack.
love sack.
Yeah. And I'll see
That
you in
sounds
2
very
days.
different.
yeah. All right.
I kind of threw up in
Bean
my mouth when you
bags.
said
Hop
that.
on the bean bag.
That's better.
Oh.
Yeah.
Also, this episode not sponsored by Lovesack.
But maybe.
But
we-
maybe
can we
in
get
the
that figured
future. Yeah.
So sometimes you would dream.
I would-
If
I would-
you would take the dreams, but
Yeah, and
you
then I would
block
try
them
to
if you-
block them if I could. And then if I couldn't, I'd be like, well, I made my bed, now sleep in it.
How often would you dream versus not dream?
Just whatever the exhaustion would be. I mean, I think you would get physically just beat down, kind of like, oh my gosh.
Why not just block all dreams then?
Also, was that a cliche? Made my bed, now I'll sleep in it.
Oh, gotcha. Got me.
Hey,
Got me.
I'm on cliche watch.
There you go. Well done. Well done.
just a buzzer goes off.
It is what it is. You know.
It is what it is.
Shoot.
I don't know how often I do it, and I think that would not be worse than just not dreaming. I think I would want some. I think if you never dreamt and you never had nightmares, I think people during the day would then try to find a way to add color to their world in a negative way. I think they would, whether that's drugs or whatever, more, they would say, I need something in my life. I don't know what I need, but I know that I'm missing something. And maybe it's the fact that they didn't have the excitement of a dream or even the nightmare that just got their heart rate going, when they were sleeping. Even though they're subconscious, they're going, I need something more, some lagniappe in my life to get this.
Do you think everybody has an imagination?
No.
I mean, to some extent, right?
Some people don't have an inner voice.
There are people with like disabilities and stuff. Their brains aren't fully
everybody
developed
is
either.
hard. I think almost everybody probably does. Probably
Yeah.
is. But everybody, I think, to Grayson's point, I think no.
I think
sad.
the brain's it's it's not a muscle, it's its own organ, but it's the same way with your muscle. If you don't exercise your imagination often enough, you're going to kind of lose it. It's just what happens with adulthood. As childhood, you have a very active imagination because you're imagining all the time, and as you get older, you don't imagine as well, and then it just, like a muscle, kind of withers. So I think people that imagine more and more creative space are going to have a lot more vivid imagination than not.
That is so disappointing and depressing.
Well, just dream more, darn it.
On that same
I'm
point,
trying.
do you think there are people who like can remember all their dreams? Like their brain, their short-term memory keeps it on or something like that? The same token of
Well, I
not
know-
having an imagination.
I know
go the
there's
other way.
people that can, like the photographic memory when they're awake, and they can remember dates, times, conversations of every place they've ever been in the world, right?
Yeah.
I would imagine that kind of would translate to a dream.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Unless
there
if there's
has to be.
something literally that happens in your body that makes you forget. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like some kind of process that makes
There is actually
that doesn't like transfer.
Yeah, and when it goes
that-
from one to another,
Yeah.
this whatever it is kicks in, and that's the reason you can't remember. But if you did remember,
Your long-term memory doesn't.
what if you started mixing inadvertently reality and your dream world?
That's like a TV show,
my
right?
gosh.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it's
It's one of your questions. Sorry.
Kind of, yeah.
Sorry,
No, it was just like
I moved
go
to
for it.
strike.
no. It was one of my like throwaway questions. So
Oh,
it'd be
interesting.
cool though,
Well,
but scary.
I think it fall into the realm. I think maybe of false memories. People would say this happened. Well, no, actually, you dreamt it.
Yeah.
It never really happened. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Especially with how convincing some dreams can be. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't believe y'all are on that side. Not mad about it. Just can't believe I'm the only one who wouldn't want to dream ever.
Yeah, I think it's crazy.
If they had to remember all of them all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like
Right.
there's be so much inspiration that comes out of your dreams sometimes because it's like your brain doing a practice run of something you can do in real life.
Maybe you can't do it in real life.
Well,
And so your ego inflates beyond your ability and you become depressed because you can't reach up to what your dream is actually.
Have you recently talked to Elliot?
No. That's a good
Shout
point.
out
though.
Elliot. What up, buddy? What up?
Wow. Only brought up during the darkest
How's
times.
Iowa
That
doing?
does check out.
Well, so would
Does
it be
check out.
better to dream all the time and try to tamp them down, or to never dream and then try to artificially create dreams? Which one would be better? I mean, that's
Between those examples, probably having natural dreams and tamping them down, because I feel like having an imaginary dream would be like LSD in your sleep, where
Yeah.
something bad would happen to your body because you're forcing your brain to do something it's not supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
But in that scenario, I guess I'm going with that. I also think we've drifted pretty far from the original question, so that's my bad.
Yeah, I don't even know what the question was anymore. Oh, I
it's-
Dreams
I
all the
remember.
time or never dreams?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think.
But you
Holy
remember.
Good
if you have
Lord,
all the
can't
time.
remember the question.
Look at me now.
Take a picture.
I am on
Take
time.
a picture.
That never happens.
I know what's going on. Snapshot.
Well, nice. Okay. Next question, I suppose, then. Have you ever experienced lucid dreaming where you're aware, you become self aware in your dream, and then also in a way you can control it?
baby one time.
Yeah.
One time, and that's why I brought up Theraflu earlier. It is the only time I have ever lucid dreamed. I was sick, super sick, and my amazing wife, girlfriend at the time, brought me Theraflu, and I slept like a baby. And in my dream, I have never paraglided before in my entire life. But you know that big fan thing people put on their back, and then they put a paraglider up? Mm-hmm. I flew one of those for hours. Remembered it to the T. I was in control of everything, flying, lifting off, landing. I was flying over the Swiss Alps, and I came down and I landed, and I woke up, and I've been chasing that high ever since.
Did you know that you were dreaming?
I did.
Okay.
Absolutely, I did. 100%.
Wow.
Have you ever been to the Swiss Alps?
Never. No.
Oh.
No, I've seen photos of it.
seen him.
I've seen photos.
You've seen them? Yeah.
They were just mountains. How could he have known?
That's true. It was a Swiss Alps type of
There
scenario.
wasn't a big plus sign on top of
It's a
one.
really hilly area.
There was a cow with a big
Yes.
bell on it.
Just to give you
Little girl with
contextual
white
area.
blonde braids. Yeah. Heidi. It's Heidi.
But yeah, I've just flying around. I've done it once. I've never done it again, and it was because of Theraflu. And don't take drugs to do stuff, kids. But that's how I did it
No matter
once.
how fun it sounds.
For the record, you are not now legally a paragliding instructor.
No. No.
No matter how real it seemed.
Correct. Though I do think if I hopped in one, I'd do pretty well.
You're just, I'm over in Nebraska. I only go over Alps.
Yeah.
It's too flat.
Yeah.
Too flat.
Updrafts. I need updrafts.
Goodness.
What?
Well,
Lucid dreaming.
Yeah, have you ever-
I think my pinball dream is like the closest that I've had. I haven't had a full lucid dream, but like once I realized that I was jumping, and I'm like, this is amazing. I'm gonna do some more jumping, and it was like in Superman 1, pick a generation, right? The one time he's like, oh man, I have superpowers, and he starts doing that run and jump. Like that was basically what it was, and I'm like, yay! So once that started happening in that dream, I was like, oh, this is awesome. I'm gonna land to do it again. So I kind of had it, but not to the point where I don't know if I knew I was dreaming. I obviously later did, but at the time I'm not sure if I did. But I was still kind of controlling the run jump.
You were making decisions.
Yeah.
Right? But I didn't know exactly that I was dreaming. But it was that weird gray area.
you were gaining some level of consciousness.
Right,
in a way,
I was
but
getting
not,
there,
Yeah,
but
not enough to be scared. Like,
Definitely not scared. I was like, this is amazing.
yeah. I think if you got too far into awareness, you would go like, oh crap, I'm 500 feet in the air. Now what? Now what's my exit
Now
plan?
what? Yeah.
That would be a scary time to pop in. That's for sure.
I think I have. I don't remember them, but I have had in the past, I probably still do, a tendency to have conversations in my sleep with people. I will have,
Like out loud.
yeah.
in real life?
Yeah.
Mom's
Me
nodding.
too.
Yeah, she's nodding. I'll have a conversation, and I will have no recollection the next day that I've maybe agreed to something or done something, just to be some random back thought. But so it's probably close to it, where I'm dreaming and I'm enough where I'm having awareness that I can have a conversation, but I don't remember it the next day. So.
But you've never like tuned in during a dream, in your dream, like in the dream world. You're in the dream world in the middle of a dream, and you've never been like, "Wow, I'm
Yeah, right.
awake
right.
in this dream right now."
Not that I remember.
Yeah. Dang.
Oh, dang.
Were you
It's-
like some secret answers or something?
No, it's cool.
It's cool.
I mean,
it's
yes, I
fine.
did, and and the hidden
Just curious.
jewels are in. Yeah,
I too talk in my sleep, so I wonder what. Because I've also heard that I'm not mean, but I'm also not like the nicest, I guess,
In general or in your sleep?
in my sleep. I'm a nice person.
That's the thing about nice people. Always
What?
saying they're nice.
do you suppose you
I just
channel?
like have an attitude, I guess. I
Do you
don't know.
channel the people you've portrayed on the stage, like Velma von Tussle, who were at Tussle?
Considering that was probably like 8-10 years ago, I don't know.
Yes,
Stick with you.
absolutely.
You did really well, so it stuck with you. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. You can play a rude person well, I guess. No, but
Don't
there was.
typecast her, guys. She's really sweet. She's nice.
I've also walked once, I guess. I was when I was living in Colorado with my partner at the time, and they woke up to me rummaging through the drawers in the bathroom, and they were like, "Hope, what are you looking for?" And I said, "Yogurt."
Hell yeah.
Not sure what was going on up there at that moment, But it's curious. It makes me wonder because I don't remember that night having a dream about yogurt or like.
That's weird.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
Did you recently have an Ambien?
Oh.
No, I did not. No, I did not. It was a completely
That'll do
sober.
Man, speaking from experience.
That'll do it.
I am speaking from experience.
This episode not brought to you by Ambien
Or Theraflu.
or therapy. Anything we mention
the
by
Hat
name.
Man.
Nope.
Or the Habban.
Dream Bender did bring you this episode.
yes.
Patent pending.
The future company of Dream Bender.
And Dream Catalog or whatever you're calling
And
yours.
the
Oh,
casino.
yes. The casino.
Dream Lounge.
The
Dream
Dream
Casino. Which sounds like a phone app.
I think that's
Yeah.
got to be out there,
That's
right?
gotta be
I'm
a thing,
sure.
right?
I'm sure.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
The only times I've lucid dreamt are after is like that moment earlier where like your alarm goes off, you wake up from your dream, you're like, oh, okay. I mean, you have like more time than you think so you can like, okay, I'm gonna snooze, go back to bed real quick, maybe I'll start dreaming again. When I'm back in that second dream, it's a continuation of the first dream, but I am aware that it's a dream at that point. I can't explain why, but like I do remember that. It's like I definitely know I'm dreaming because I know I have 8 minutes to finish this dream. And then, like, I always, like, am, like, pretty mad when that 8 minutes comes up, my alarm goes off again, then I snap back awake.
Do you feel like time moves the same?
No,
In
time's
your
much
dream?
slower in the dream. I mean, it still
Interesting.
feels, like, fast when you're done with it, because, like, I don't know. I'm one of those people who wakes up not feeling like they've ever had enough sleep, you know?
Yeah. Oh, my goodness, yes.
I'm not energized, necessarily. But, yeah, I'd say that's the only real time is... in those little brief instances. Sometimes, you know, you snooze twice. You get the double 8 minutes, 16 minutes
That's
of
so
dream.
true.
I know, crazy. Which does feel like, you know, half an hour until you're done with it. And then it's like, shoot, that's over.
Those extra minutes in the morning really matter.
It's a big time. It's a big time.
You guys doing sleep math over there?
Sleep math. That's our next sleep brand.
There's a thing called sleep debt. Have you heard of that? You probably are.
Yeah. I'm so far into sleep debt.
Debt collectors they stop looking for you.
Why do you think he got his kneecap broke?
That's nice.
Perfect.
Sleep
Perfect.
RA.
I figure when I retire, the first 3 months
The
is just going to
sleep
be
mafia
sleeping.
coming after you.
Yep. Sleep mob. We have
That's
so many
good.
good business names.
Yeah.
Sleep with the fishes.
Organized sleep crime.
It's a thing. I don't know.
Astro projecting. We could create an organized sleep crime through that.
We could.
I think that'd be a good movie. I'd watch that.
Sleep crime.
Yeah.
Better than The Godfather 3 for sure.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of the Godfathers.
I haven't either.
Me neither.
I hear it's garbage, so.
Took a shot at Godfather 3 without.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
Sorry.
Hey. That's it. That's all.
Brady, are you?
I did already.
Okay, my bad.
That was number one.
Yeah.
Are you a lucid dreamer?
I have I don't do it all the time, but I have lucid dreamed before. And it was funny. In high school, there was me and my friend at the time would try and force ourselves to lucid dream. There was like an app that we downloaded, and it was like this guy that was like, all right, now close your eyes. And we would like lay in his basement and just like, he was like, close your eyes and now picture your body 2 feet above your body, like floating in the air above your body. And it was just like slowly levels of trying to like imagine yourself.
Yeah.
Imagine
And it's
yourself
like a term of
filling out your credit card. And
Information.
Yeah, was this app 99 cents? Was this a 99 cent app?
no.
$1.29?
No. It
Okay.
was free. It was free.
Yeah.
I think
In-app purchases.
there were, things that you could, yes, buy,
In-app
of course.
purchases.
But I
That
don't
bill
think
was recordly high.
Different dream experiences.
Yeah.
when we did it then, I don't think it actually. I think I was drinking the juice, I guess. I don't think it actually worked, but I was like, oh my God, yeah, I totally picture myself flying right now. But
Yeah.
no, that was just being silly, goofy. But there's definitely been times I've had dreams where I wake up in the middle of it and I get scared. Not all the time, but just like, whoa, okay. How do I get out of it? Like if I'm awake right now, how will I, if I think I'm awake right now, how will I know how to like wake up?
Oh, you
in real life?
paradox yourself?
I
Where
have
you're like,
before. But then I've had sleep paralysis one time, and that was an actually horrifying experience. Like, oh my gosh. I woke up, quote unquote, in my bed with my partner at the time, and I was like gonna get up and start my day or whatever, and I realized I couldn't like move or feel my body, and so then I start like saying like my partner's name, like trying to be like help, like get up, help me, why can't I move, sort of thing, and then I wake up in the middle of that, and my mouth is closed, and I'm just kind of like making that kind of noise, which was really weird to me.
That's
like
kinda scary.
And then I like also still couldn't move fully for like another 5 minutes after that.
Yeah, that
It was
that
very,
doesn't suck.
very
Being
scary.
trapped
It
in
was
your
very
own-
scary. I have no idea what caused it. I have no idea. Yeah, it was a strange, very
And it's just one time.
out of body experience. It only happened to me one time. Yeah, out of body experience, I guess.
Was this
But,
close to when you sleepwalked?
No.
Had to check that
no,
one.
it is not.
Okay.
No, it is not.
Be the opposite because you're
think
not
it's-
there and you're walking compared
I know,
to
is
you're
it close?
there and not doing
like
anything.
I'm talking like,
Yeah.
was she just having whack sleep that week?
Chronological.
I see what you mean. Chronologically.
Well, not did
Oh,
it
I
happen
see.
immediately before you couldn't move.
I do feel like I have had a lot of weird dream instances, though. Like more than maybe the most normal human, I guess. I don't know why, but I would prefer it that way. I do love dreaming. I think life would be so much more boring if I didn't have dreams, and I honestly look forward to it in my day. But so that leaves me to my last question of the day.
Wait, the
What?
real last question? Like, are we answering this one?
No, we're not answering this one.
Oh, it's just like every other episode. Weird.
I'm sorry, it feels early. I'm sorry.
That's crazy. But are we in a dream right now?
Hey guys, I'm
Hey,
I'm not sure what I'm doing.
Hi, Cam.
I don't know. I've done a couple side Bs before, but here we go. It's side B.
So surprised.
Are you excited about it? Because I know I am.
I feel like I'm
Brady,
dreaming.
come up with a B word for me being surprised about things.
Boisterous.
We'll come back to it
that was
later.
Close.
Boisterous, nice.
Boisterous, good. Boisterous is good.
Boisterous. I'm so
Yeah.
sweaty too. It's hot in here. These lights are crazy. Anyway, I have a few questions for you guys based on side A, as we usually do. Number one, Rob, I think the first thing out of the shoot was you said immediate amnesia, which I think I kind of want to have sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Same. I'd like to trigger
And,
that. Yeah.
and not necessarily when it comes to dreams, just in general. So I want to know, with all you guys, what else would you want to have immediate amnesia about?
You ever
you
told
have
a joke that no one laughed at?
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh, it's happened. Trust me.
Dang it. There was the joke.
It almost just happened.
Yeah, you got Brady. You got Brady.
Give me.
That's my simple answer. I would like to snap immediately and be like, forget about it. Everyone else has to sit in the fact I made a bad joke, but I'll forget about
Also,
it.
like a freeze time, reverse, start
I'm not even
over,
going to reverse it.
that kind of thing.
Well, if I can.
Yeah.
Great, yeah.
Yeah,
I'd
right.
try a second joke and then keep reversing.
Like, all right, one of these is
Yeah,
gonna hit. One of
I'd
these is
break
gonna
the
hit.
rules of time travel
Yeah.
by doing that. But no, I would, yeah. It is like in a group setting, like everyone's, it's like that time when everyone's saying something kind of funny, you know, like they're just going around, it's like banger, 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 and then you say something, and it's like,
Next.
Kill.
yeah, I hit that button immediately. I'd be like, whoa, okay, where are we? Try the same joke
That's
again
the
a second
worst.
later,
I
though.
agree.
Bless your heart. That'd been funny.
It would be cool if there was a button that gave other people immediate amnesia. Like,
Ooh.
Like
you know.
like Men in Black.
There.
Exactly. So if something like that happens, you can just be like, oh, y'all forgot about that. I'm still the funniest person ever, you know?
You've only told one joke that anyone remembers.
Funniest person
And
ever.
then mic drop them out. Like, cool. See you guys later. Right?
I'm pretty sure that's the premises of Click by Adam Sandler.
Oh,
He has like a remote control. He
that's
can-
right.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
Yeah. So speaking of, so in Arrested Development, a favorite TV show.
Love it. Yeah.
Fantastic.
There is a story arc where Will Arnett's character is dealing with a lot of problems, and
Forget-me-nots.
he takes Rufinol, which he calls forget-me-nots, and continues to continuously take these forget-me-nots as he forgot he had taken them already. So whenever the new problem comes up, he is in a continuous loop of taking Rufinol and going through the exact same problems. And that's not what I want to do. I just wanted to say that.
Just wanted to remind everybody about the comedic value of that.
Yeah, it's a
Don't take
beautiful.
roofies.
It's
Don't roofie yourself.
It's a beautiful, beautiful story, an amazing arc.
It is.
But
It's better with the narration.
but I think if I could have it, it would be not my failures, but how I felt after those failures. And the reason I say that is I watched a video of a man discussing how your failures in your mind can compound. And what I mean by that is if you have a failure and you haven't really fully resolved, you haven't fully dealt with the issue in itself, whenever you have your next one, it's a lot easier to have that unresolved first failure compound onto the next failure. So since you don't have that issue resolved yet, it can feel like the one failure feels like four failures all over again. Yeah. So I think having that forget me now of this is what it felt like as my unresolved issues, bada boom, bada bing, gone. So the next failure comes around, it's only one failure, so it's easier to digest with, would be mine.
Would you fail more though? Because you never really learned.
Yeah, the learning part would be tough. I'm still trying to figure out how I got around that part.
I'd perpetually be telling bad jokes in groups of people.
But eventually that would be funny. I agree. Like that would eventually get funny. It would be.
You would lower the bar for everybody else.
I think so. But I think the third, like, there is like comedy in threes, you know? The first two times he tells the bad joke, it sucks and we hate it. But the third time, maybe it's funny.
Same
maybe
joke.
it's just funny because it's so bad again,
Is that
you know?
the thing? I thought it was celebrities die in threes.
Is it? That's hilarious if it is.
Threes are weird.
Threes are weird.
Everyone likes triangles. I don't know. Weird.
Illuminati.
The Bermuda.
Pineapples.
Yeah.
That's random.
I would use immediate amnesia if I continually had conversations with people who are just not willing to hear another side.
Oh, I'm going to read you mine. That's such a good idea.
Click.
Well, you said immediate amnesia.
Yeah, I just use immediate amnesia. Yeah. It's just in today's society. It's just there's people who are just not willing to even consider something, and it's just so frustrating. It's not that because I disagree with them or whatever that's the reason I want to do it. It's because it's just like beating your head against a wall, and I would like to just get that. I was just like, nope, I don't want to have to ever think that I ever had that interaction with that person.
I like that.
Yeah, you could state your case fully and as much as you want, and then all of a sudden, like, yeah, but, and then they go around again, like, well, okay, let's go back to the points I just made.
Yeah.
Thing.
How do you stay away from that person then? Because I usually am like, well, I'm not going to talk to this person ever again.
It's
Like
actually
that.
kind of what you just said to Brady. The learning from
Yeah, you would,
maybe not. I mean, but I wouldn't know it.
That's true.
and then you'd be stuck in that Will Arnett loop where you just keep forgetting the same conversation.
No, just because you have immediate amnesia doesn't mean the world stops. I mean, I would still have to then have an appointment to go to work or whatever. I would still have to, my life would go on. I just wouldn't remember the interaction. And I may have to have that interaction again with somebody. And then hopefully I haven't used up all of my immediate amnesia allotments.
Ooh, I like that. Put a limit on it.
See, you get 10 of life.
Gotta have
That's
a
the bad
limit.
thing. Yeah, but
It's like a
limit on it.
genie, right?
Yes. But you gave me a new idea. I'm going to double back. I'm so sorry because this idea is so good. You need to know about it.
Where were you in 1970s late night TV?
Oh, I know.
Here's something you gotta buy.
This one, I promise you, I would bet. After I told Rob this idea, he would 100% agree with me.
I tell you, whisper it to me.
I will. I'm going to whisper to you. Every time the first time you listen to an album of music you really like, you get an amnesia button, so you listen to it like you listened to it the first time again.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't hear that, but that was good.
That's a real good one, isn't it? That's a real good one, isn't it?
What if you don't like it the second time?
No, you don't. Who knows?
That's weird.
That would be
It
weird.
would be weird, but
Yeah.
you know.
And here's something highly inappropriate with my two children in the room, but like sex.
Yes.
I wasn't asking if you want. I was just saying.
Sex?
Yes.
Male.
needle
Male.
to jump in that pretty fast.
Your body doesn't work that way. Men's bodies don't work that way, though.
That was a great
That
moment.
was a fun idea.
I wasn't asking for volunteers.
Well,
Save us.
I would like immediate amnesia of that
man.
moment. Just right there, actually.
There you go. You are welcome.
I was gonna say throwing up. Whenever I throw up, I hate throwing up. I really just it's a terrible feeling. I really feel like it's like a full body and emotional experience for me. Do you like throwing up? Why are you having this reaction?
Okay, let me give you a scenario really quick. Okay. You are going about your life. You get back to your house. You're feeling sick. All of a sudden, you feel better, and you think to yourself, "Who puked in my mouth?" Because that's exactly what you would have.
I mean,
Maybe after you brush your teeth.
yeah.
Yeah, it has to be a certain
Or,
point.
like,
Because what an amazing
If
question
I
would that
taste
be?
puke in my mouth, I'll still brush my teeth.
Well, yeah, you just be like, something happened here.
That's true.
Just like flash forward 5 minutes, you're over the toilet. Wait.
It would be nice to be blissfully unaware of the things that came out of me. You know,
Yeah.
I don't
No
need
one
to
gonna
know.
touch that. We're gonna leave that alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope, not that one.
I don't support drinking to excess, but that helps.
But
That's so funny. Hope's just saying, I like drinking a lot.
for other reasons, Brady.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Like I actually don't drink really a whole lot, but that is really the only time I feel like I throw up is when I've been drinking.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't think I've really thrown up from a non-drinking thing since I was like in second grade.
Never had food poisoning or anything?
I don't think so. Not really.
Lucky you.
I think
Yeah.
I've called into work with food poisoning before.
Not having food poisoning?
Yeah, not really.
If you were my former employer, you didn't hear this.
Which one specifically by name?
Also not sponsored by that.
But I suppose, like going back to your point, though, having the all that ick and gross part of the throwing up gone would be nice.
Just nice, yeah.
You just feel better.
You just feeling better would be
Yeah.
nice.
Just gross, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate it.
Could you imagine having
can
food
rally.
poisoning though, and you think you're only going to throw up once, and so you hit the reset button, and then you go again, hitting the reset button?
Like, man, I only had 4 of these. I've only heard 2 of them on this food poisoning. Food poisoning. Yeah.
Cam, what about you, man?
Shit, I didn't even think about it. I was just like, I was going to ask questions. I really don't know. I'm not a let's do it over again.
You have no
Like-
regrets.
Regrets? No. I got no regrets. I mean, there's that goes back to the whole thing. Like, would I do it over again if I had to? Yes, of course. I would do it the same exact way because that's how we got here to this point, and I'm very satisfied with being at this point in
Yeah.
this multiverse. I love it.
Heck
Nice.
It's
yeah.
fantastic. I don't have an answer on like what I would do again.
You don't have to do it again. You can just forget you
Or
ever
I
did
would
something.
forget. All right, I would probably forget some past girlfriends just to
Oh, good one.
make it a thing. But hey, they also got me here, so I couldn't forget them entirely, too. Right? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to forget all of that. So, I guess maybe I forgot I showered today. Let's do it again.
Oh, what? Those showers.
Showers. Oh.
Oh,
That's a bullshit answer, but like, oh man, 2
There's our
showers in a row.
side B word.
Bullshit. All right, question 2 though. Grayson,
Oh,
you
no.
said you jumped back into a dream.
Oh,
So like you do that little wake up with your alarm, and then you go back into it, and you're able to continue the dream. How often does that happen? And also, has anybody experienced that? Because I know I haven't. Like I try to definitely. I want to go back into it, but I can't get there. Anybody else experience that?
How often? I'll answer that real quick. Is like probably once a week when I'm dreaming heavy. There's like a month. I'll go like a month without dreaming, but like I said, this last month has been like very vivid. And so like if I'm very tired, especially when I wake up, and I can just like turn my alarm off and go straight back to sleep. Yeah, it happens pretty frequently on that.
Like in the same spot ish on the dream.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I'm not really super aware of it until like that moment where I'm like, oh, I was dreaming, and now I'm asleep again, and now I'm kind of aware I'm dreaming, and
Like
that's when I become aware.
2-second awakeness.
Yeah, it's like
not
you're really
alive.
not awake. You're still just kind of
Yeah.
But
Are they pretty cool dreams?
no, not recently.
Not that at all.
So yeah, usually like there's only been I can't even think about the specific dream. But, like I'm not usually there's only been a couple times I'm like excited to get back to it. Like Hope talked about earlier, like she's having a good dream and she's like, shoot, I need to get back, and that makes it hard to get back because you're like, oh, shoot.
Yeah.
But like usually it's like, oh, I'm so tired, just alarm, snooze, and back to sleep, and then I'm back to this like stressful situation I'm in. So.
Yeah. If you think about it too hard, then I feel like you can't.
Yeah.
Like I've definitely, like I said earlier, I've tried to get back into it, and I think it's worked a couple of times, but when it has worked, it hasn't like, I think going into it that I'm going to be more like self-aware, or I feel like I know what's going to happen in the dream, and that's why I want to keep having the dream, but then I don't know what's going to happen. It like something else happens, or like I don't know.
If you
I don't
force
have
yourself
control.
back into the dream, you're trying to control the dream, and then it's not really a dream. It's you controlling your sleep.
That's what lucid dreaming is.
That's what I mean, but you're physically changing everything about it.
Yeah, without getting to that lucid dreaming state.
Yeah.
You're just trying to force that lucid dreaming state,
Right.
which is probably not going to work.
No, not in the same
Right.
way necessarily. No, I don't think you can really force that.
So
I guess I'm confused on what you're.
Yes, is the answer.
Yes.
You have been able to jump back into
Jumping
a dream
back
before.
into
Yes.
dreams is
Yeah.
the question.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
you've been doing it? Yeah.
Yes.
Brady, have you ever?
Not. I think like one time, like not really, but yes. I wouldn't say it's definitely never been a good dream. I know one time I can think off the top of my head where I woke up from a bad dream and was like, "Oh God, I don't want to go back to sleep," but like it's 3 a.m. and I need to, and you go back to sleep, and it's just still a horrible same situation. So I think that's probably the only one that I've been in, but it was not like it's never good. It's never like I want to go back in. It's been it's 4. I need to go back to bed. And I just had a horrible dream, and I think it's going to snowball into the next one. Yeah. So, one I can count.
I can't think of it. I don't know. It's probably happened, but I can't think. And I think, again, if I tried to jump back into it, I think my brain is wired. There's no way I'd go back to sleep.
Always going on.
Yeah,
so
there's
you
no way I could
convince yourself out of
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Okay.
Like, sleep now.
Is that really that weird? Like, have you not heard of that before?
No, I've heard of it, but I have not done it.
Experience
Experience it, yeah.
Because as soon as, like, if my alarm goes off, I'm like, cool, snooze, I'm awake enough that I can go back to sleep, but I'm not going to come back to that moment of dream
Yeah.
if there is one going on. You know? So it's like, well, that's cool to jump back into it. Like, I would want to jump back into it because I was like, that was awesome. I was a spy and the plane's going down. I got a parachute. Let's go. But sometimes it doesn't work out that way. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh, cool. That's sweet.
Yeah, it's usually not great. That's why it's usually the
Right,
ones
yeah.
you want to go back into, you don't.
Right. You're like, oh, I woke up because you were so terrified. Like, all right, I'm awake.
Yeah.
Can I go? I don't want to go back into there. Can I go back like 10 minutes in that dream? Like, try to
amnesia.
not have
Do
the plane
something
crash?
different. Yeah.
Yes.
Isn't that what, like Freddy the movies, the horror movies?
Freddy
Yes.
Krueger, isn't that what that? You fall asleep and he's in your dreams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Nightmare on Elm Street.
And you do die, right? If he gets in your dream.
Yes, that one you do.
Yeah.
Yep, that one you do.
So that's
Makes
bad,
dreams
right?
a reality. Yeah, it's not
Yes.
good.
Yeah, not good.
Which is why it terrified children and adults to this day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was wondering where you were going with that. That's why I terrify children.
It terrified children.
It
He did.
I thought it
The
said- I
movie series.
Okay. All right. Clear.
Players of Cam's like, that's where I got my inspiration to be spooky to kids.
Look out, children. All right. And finally, R. Kelly said,
Hell yes. This is a
no.
great start.
if you can dream it, then you can do it. Is that true?
If I believe it.
I think somebody said that like in the 1700s too.
I was
so.
actually channeling my inner Chris Farley.
It.
I was like, hey, remember that time that you said that you can dream it, then you could do it? Is that true?
It's the fake it till you make it syndrome thing.
Yeah.
You know,
I
Cliche.
think, yeah, I'll give the solid answer. I think visualizing your dreams before acting on them is probably the best thing you can do. I think it's like a fun use of adult imagination is visualizing situations in front of you and then acting on them in the best way. It's like winging it in life, but having this scenario go through your head multiple times so you try to have the best outcome. I think if you dream it, you can do it.
Okay. Yeah. I was going to answer no right away, but then that kind of sparks. You've ever done like mental reps of something? Like if you're an athlete, you'll picture your shot before you hit it.
Oh, yeah.
You'll picture something before you do it.
just
If you're on
visualize
stage,
it.
you're gonna,
Yeah.
That happens. Like,
Always,
I've definitely
yeah.
learned things from mental reps. Yeah. So I'm going to take a yes on that one then, I
For
guess.
sure. Yeah, I'll write scripts in my head before I fully write them out.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
not paper, but word.
Yeah.
Write letters and shit.
they tell
Microsoft
you in
Word.
golf to do that. Visualize this approach shot.
Yeah.
Visualize every shot. So
Okay. I'm in. Not all of them. I still can't be an NBA player tomorrow, like I said earlier.
But
But you can dream it.
I
you can dream it,
but I can't
you
do
can
it.
do it.
I can't.
I was
Hey.
gonna say no.
Okay.
Be a pessimist here. I was originally gonna say technically no, but like hypothetically yes. But no. Now that everybody's being like, "Oh yeah, you can do it," I'm just gonna say no because like if I had a dream where I grew webbed feet and
you wanted to?
started, like, yeah,
Have you had that dream?
maybe I don't know. I don't remember all my
Let her
dreams.
finish the dream. I'm getting curious where we're going with this.
I know I've
you
had
looked at
some
her
weird
I just
dreams.
don't think you can do that.
I think I have
though.
normal
That's
feet right now.
It's gotta be a possible thing to do.
But, like,
you
your
can't just
dream
grow webbed
earlier
feet. I don't
You
think
can get a
About
skin
like
graft.
jumping through.
you could have it happen, but you can't just grow web feet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but
So
like
I'm not trying to shoot down your dreams.
no. But it's like the concept. The
But let me
concept
shoot down your
of
dream.
You can still be a hell of a swimmer without the web feet. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
the concept of you like super jumping in your dreams.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you can't literally do that just because you can dream that you can do that. You can't
Right.
literally do that. I would like to, but no, you can't.
But I
R.
believe I
Kelly.
can fly, R. Kelly.
I believe I can.
This is R. Kelly stuff.
What if?
He's not a good man to aspire
And I
to.
was like, isn't he like
Yeah.
in jail or something?
Yeah, he's in
Yeah,
jail.
he did some naughty things.
Not good things.
What if
This
you
is why
did
I brought him
something?
up.
Yeah, what if you did something amazing, and you're like, "Wow, I didn't even think to dream that I could do that," and then now you've realized your dream without even having dreamt it.
Oh.
You've
Yeah,
done
what
something
about it? What if?
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly.
You just
You
fell
wanna-
ass backwards into your dream,
Exactly.
and here you are now.
Yeah. What if you're all of a sudden you are in the NBA? You're like, I'm a great basketball player. Never thought I could. Didn't even dream I'd make it into the NBA because it's just so few people make it. But then all of a sudden you do really well in college, or whatever, or even like a JUCO, and you get a call from an agent that says, "Hey, there's a team that wants you," and now you're in the NBA. And wow, I didn't even dare to dream this.
They saw
So
you
you
on the
realize-
tennis
I
court, and they're like,
think-
hey,
yeah.
let's get this guy on the NBA court. Yeah.
Yeah, for those guys, I
Dennis.
think that probably happens. I really don't think that's possible for me.
So we hired him as a joke. It was funny.
It's like that time Will Ferrell played for 10 baseball teams in one day.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, Mark Cuban's like, I got money. Let's just mess around with it.
Let's give the kid a shot.
Put him on that Victor Wembanyama guy. He'll get him. He'll get him.
Goodness.
I think that does wrap it up. B stands for bullshit. That's side B.